I want to tell you why I wrote my book. So I decided that I would go for a walk where I'm living in Italy and tell you a little bit about it. So let's go for a walk, shall we? So the reason that I wrote my book, it started really when I was talking at some tech conferences. And I realized that this younger generation, which is amazing, they're so understanding of the interconnectivity of it all, but they have an enormous fear of the future and no strong sense of self. And when you don't have a strong sense of self because of social media, because we live in an age of distraction, then you start thinking that your identity lies outside of yourself. Your identity is created by what people are saying about you, or by people's opinions, or by your opinions. And I realized that because of this sense of fear of the future, of not being able to trust anything, this is what's creating all of this fear of what's happening around us. And it's creating a sense of division. And we are living in times of transition. And transition is very unsettling. That's just what transition is all about, I'm afraid. Because you have to clear away the old to make room for the new. And that is very, very unsettling. Because when you clear away the old, it leaves a space of emptiness. You can't be doing things by rote. You know, you're doing things, until now, most of us have been unconscious, and we've just been living our lives as our parents have, or our grandparents, or the family has. And now, people are traveling all over the place, and you can't follow your parents, or even go in their footsteps, because no one really knows what anyone's roles are anymore. And so this is why I created the book. It's because what it does is it brings you home to yourself. It gives you a sense of self, because you come home to the nexus of your being. And when you're lowering your sense of gravity, and you're living from this place that I call home within yourself, then it makes you kind of be like the center of a hurricane. We can't control what's happening around us, but you can get this sense of stability and reassurance when you're living within yourself. And at the same time, the deeper within yourself that you go, the more open and loving you are, and you have an ability to listen to other people's opinions. Now, you might have discernment, you might not agree with them, but you don't think that you're your opinions. And that means that they are not their opinions and their belief systems either. And so you can meet people where they are. And look, it's far easier to find what divides us than to bring us together. And we're living in precarious times where we have created with the unconscious mind our own children, which is artificial intelligence. And what we're seeing out there, that chaos, is just artificial intelligence on steroids. You know, it's all of the unconscious mind with all of the chaos that it has. So we have to parent ourselves first in order to parent artificial intelligence. We have to bring ourselves up to being the grown-up in the room. And then that's how everything shifts, because the more people make this shift within themselves, then the center will hold and everything will start coming together apart from breaking apart. And I think that's a very, very important message for all of us to hear. It's very reassuring to hear that things aren't breaking apart for no reason at all. It's all part of a process of healing. And each one of us has to do that healing within ourselves so that we can actually help the world heal. That's very important, and that's actually a very grounded opinion. So that's the reason that I wrote this book, to give you a sense of trust for the future. When you read the book, suddenly everything makes sense. Just like when I'm looking around and I see nature, I think that nature knows what it's doing. My body knows what it's doing. If I could learn to listen to it, and to listen more carefully, and to realize that life is a two-way conversation and not just a one-way conversation. So take care, and I look very much forward to telling you more about the book. The launch of the book, Embody, which is the power of presence in an age of distraction, is going to be on the 20th of November in London. And I look very much forward to getting that out there. Oh, my bells, the bells have just begun. It's 3 o'clock. Take care, and I'll speak to you very soon.